back on Smells Like 90's Rock. We're all here, and I have a big thing of cupcakes in front of me because it was my birthday this week. If you've been keeping up with my trials and tribulations of the insurance issue, because I did turn 26 yesterday.
You're gonna die, Todd.
I know, and I take a lot of medicine, and I need insurance. So, but the good news is, I think they might have a plan for me that I can use while I'm on part-time work. But I was telling DJ Poor that I
Way to give away my secret identity.
I know, sorry. DJ Poor, that I'm all horny now for a full-time job. So, it's
Why
like...
do you keep using that word, horny?
Because it just works for this particular conversation.
Well, if you're horny and your woman's not putting out, you might have to find another woman.
That's not really the problem. What I'm meaning is I'm all interested in a full-time job now. So that's that's the main goal.
Okay, so here I'll say it in terms that you didn't get with my analogy.
Mm-hmm.
If the job you have is not giving you a full-time job, you may have to find another job.
I got you now. Yeah.
You can always work with me, Todd.
No, well, I did the whole...
It's tough.
He's like, I am not that desperate.
No, I did the whole working in a kitchen thing for a while. It was fine, but
no, it's not.
It was fine while
you give
it
it way too much credit, Todd.
Well, it really was okay because I did it during summers and things like this. So it was all right, not a big deal. But I'm glad it's over now. But yeah, that's what's going down right now. So I'm still okay. I have my insurance until the end of next week.
Well,
so.
I might just start waiting tables so that when my 50th thesis gets rejected.
You got a fallback plan.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cracker Barrels are always hiring, Sheila.
They are.
Oh, God.
Back
I don't know
your old stomping ground.
I don't know if I can be country fresh anymore. I just don't know.
You go work at Chick-fil-A and have
wait on all the old people.
I cannot work at Chick-fil-A. I don't even eat there.
You get Sundays off. There you go.
Don't even eat there.
No. But, I was talking about we've all had rough weeks. I was telling DJ Poor also about the week that I've had. My week has been completely consumed by my apartment. My apartment is falling apart. At the beginning of this month, my window started leaking when a storm came through, and it was leaking all over my crap. And when I went to open the blinds to figure out where the leak was coming from, they fell apart into a million pieces, as well as the track. So everybody could see into my house. Hi, if you want to swing by, just look in.
That's when you staple up a
trash bags. That's what I did. I put up trash bags.
Oh, that's even worse. I was going to say blanket.
Well, no.
You took it down a level from blanket.
I don't want a blanket getting soaking wet up there and moldy and everything, so I put up trash bags. Those ended up not working. I forgot to mention that. They kept falling down, so now I have computer papers just taped up onto the windows, so I don't know if it's night or day outside anymore. But yeah, so I have a leak in my window, and the blinds weren't fixed. I told him right after it happened, nobody ever came. I told him again a couple of weeks ago, nobody ever came. So that's still a problem. A few days ago, I was leaving my apartment, and I forgot something, went back and couldn't open my door. My door was messed up, so I put my shoulder into it until it finally popped open and destroyed the door frame of my door. And the wood was all rotten anyway. It didn't matter. The wood was just falling apart. And when I told them about it, they were like, well, you should have called us first. Now you have to buy the door for us to fix it. That's what I was told.
Oh.
I have to buy my door for them to fix it. Now, that got me pretty mad because I'm like, my bedroom is soaking wet because there's a window leak. Mm-hmm. And because my door screws up, I now have to pay you to come fix everything. It's just like, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. So that's an ongoing war. And then today, as a topper, my water got shut off in the morning. Nobody didn't tell us or anything. They were working on something. Didn't tell us they were going to shut the water off or anything. And so I needed to take a shower to go to work. And finally, they put it on right at the last minute. And when it came back on, it was brown and smelled like alcohol. And I mean cuts and scrapes alcohol. So I washed myself in it. It burned because there was no. I've never heard of this. Is there such a thing as no cold water in your shower? Because I got
was
in
it
there.
hot?
It was so hot. It was steamed in my. I couldn't get it to cool off, and I scalded my skin in certain places. So it was burning.
With rubbing alcohol.
With rubbing alcohol. That was what was coming out of it. And out of the shower head, and so it was brown,
Poor
like
Todd.
I said, and it smelled like alcohol. So it's just been I've had a rough week with my apartment complex.
I think that they're trying to push you out.
It's ridiculous. I don't believe it.
I don't think your other apartment complex people had the water problem.
Gateway. Well, no, yeah, the place that
No, I mean your other people that live in the complex that you live in now.
Well,
I think that
no.
was the special Todd treatment.
No,
Like,
unfortunately, it's actually common with this particular complex. They don't get good reviews on the onlines there, and as a matter of fact, a lot of the problems that I'm having, I read online that these people had the same problem.
Yeah.
So my complex is not very popular in Knoxville. I've always enjoyed where I lived, but you know what?
up until this week.
Well, I could have lived in a cardboard box by myself and have been fine because
I could not.
because I went from my parents' house to an apartment with people I didn't know. So this was my first place on my own, and I didn't care where it was. I was thrilled, and I've not had a problem in almost 2 years of living there. And this was the first thing, and so it's really kind of like almost like completely
Just pushed you to the edge, hadn't it?
It's caught up with me in terms of 2 years. It's like I've never had a problem, but it seems like 2 years worth of problems just came together in 1 week. So that's been my week, and I've been dealing with that and insurance and my birthday, which is supposed to be a happy.
Look, I'm 26. Why?
Man, he's loud. That scared the crap
Sorry.
out of me when he
I'm
laughed.
sorry.
No, it's not you. It's the headphones over here. They're extremely loud. Anyway.
Apologies, Hot Toddy.
No. You're fine. It's so much louder over here than one think. But yeah, so all of that.
Just for the record, you told me to move there because you thought it was great.
You know what?
That was till this week.
Exactly. A few weeks
Yeah.
ago, I stood by that, and now I don't stand by that anymore.
Yeah, I'm
So,
glad I don't live in that shanty town of a apartment
I
complex
would-
you're in.
Oh
so.
yeah, your apartment's so great right now.
Hey,
Well-
that it is great.
It
If I
is.
could just subtract the roommates,
Exactly.
it would be fine.
Where he used to live, where he lives, where I used to live, and it really is. They really are really nice apartments, but it's just like
Really nice, really affordable.
and
It's
really
a great
affordable.
deal.
But with the people they pair you up with are never the people that you want to be paired up with, and so it
No,
causes-
that's not been the case with me. I had 3 sets of roommates. They were all fine.
yeah.
This set of roommates, I want them all to die in their sleep
Well, there you go. There you go.
somehow.
Mm-hmm. Well, that'll
That's
work.
right.
But I started realizing that my apartment was not the best place to live in when my dad, who was a sergeant with the Tennessee Highway Patrol, had to trace a drug lord that actually lived 2 buildings down from me in my apartment complex. And when he was coming to arrest the guy, he called me and said, "I thought this address sounded familiar. Oh yeah, you live there, don't you?"
Hey, Todd.
I'm like, yeah, good.
So where do you live, Sheila?
Glad to know that a drug lord lived 2 buildings away from me.
I live in a shoebox-sized house that's ghetto adjacent, but not in the ghetto.
Oh yeah, we've had this conversation before.
Hey, at least it's your own house.
I just thought we'd at
you
least
know?
tell the listeners.
At least it's your own house, and when something goes wrong, you don't like get enraged because people who
Well, no,
work at your house don't get it fixed.
Well, because I'm the one who has to get it fixed.
Exactly. I mean, it sucks, but at least you know that it's your responsibility to do it. I know it's not my responsibility to get my stuff fixed, and when I tell the people whose responsibility it is, they don't come to fix it. That pisses me off. That gets under my skin real fast.
A lot of negative energy here.